This is the third day of the Nonprofit Appreciation Week. Our community champions have impressed many corporations and community partners. Today, we're going to hear the sharing from them.
Raksha, congratulations on the launch of the Week of Appreciation across Ontario for the nonprofit sector, recognizing these invisible champions across our communities. Ontario's nonprofit workers are the backbone of our community, providing essential services that largely go unrecognized. It's been inspiring to follow and support you in your hard work to grow this initiative. It's your drive, determination, and passion that has made this such a huge success, and these invisible champions are lucky to have you in their corner. We at RBC Dominion Securities look forward to being part of the continued success for years to come. Thank you and congratulations.
Hi all. I hope that you're in a good mood to celebrate, because this is a moment of celebration. The establishment of this period of celebration, as I said, and commemoration of the important work that frontline social service workers do in our community. All of the effort that they put in, all of the care and compassion for community building, for recognizing where there is need and helping marshal the resources to work with communities, with families, with individuals. It's such an important part of our community life and the health and vibrancy of our communities. You know, I often talk about the social service sector as being the place where we weave the tapestry of all of our lives together and support people. It's like weaving the whole cloth that lays beneath the social safety net that our governments and public policy have created. And where people are at risk of falling through, there is something there to catch them. And that something is made up of the hard work of all of these frontline workers. In fact, they're the ones that hold the needles and the threads or operate the loom to weave that tapestry. And heartfelt thanks to all of you and all that you do to build better lives and to build better communities, cities, provinces, and a country. I also want to say thanks to the Bayana Foundation and Raksha Bayana, who has been the driving force behind convincing jurisdictions that we need to recognize this group. And through the pandemic, we've seen the kind of celebration of healthcare workers and other frontline workers. Social service workers are there all the time as well. And they are part of the solution as we have come through difficult times and as we exit those difficult times. So thank you to the Bayana Foundation. Thank you to the Ontario Legislature and the Ontario government for supporting this important recognition. And most importantly, thank you to all of you who work on the front lines and make such a difference every day.
Welcome, everyone, and thank you so much for celebrating the Not-for-Profit Week of Appreciation. It's right to celebrate this incredible sector, which I like to refer to as the 4-impact sector. 58,000 organizations, 850,000 employees, and countless other volunteers, $65 billion worth of economic activity. They were there at the front lines of the pandemic response, whether it was daycare, long-term care, community support centers, food banks, you name it, they were there for the hardest moments, the most tragic moments, the happiest moments. The numbers don't tell the full story. So many Canadian dreams are founded on the impact of the not-for-profit sector, of the 4-impact sector. My own case in point. My mother came to this country with less than a grade 3 education, no knowledge of English, married, had 5 children in rapid succession, through no fault of anyone, was largely trapped in her own home until a Y and United Way English as a second language program opened up where she could get daycare for her children, learn the language that allowed her to enter the workforce, transformed her life, transformed our lives. She went on also to join the local neighborhood information center and provided those services for other immigrant women, paying it forward. So it's right to celebrate this incredible contribution. And we shouldn't be doing it just in this week. We should be doing it every week. And I want to give a special shout out to the Bayana Family Foundation that has been such a force in championing this appreciation, championing this much needed celebration. We at the Ontario Chamber of Commerce look forward to continuing to work with all of our members in the not-for-profit to continue to make an enormous impact and build the Canadian dream for everyone.
My name is Ritu Khanna, and I am responsible for global partnerships at Shopify. As a mission-driven company, we truly value the contributions the nonprofit sector makes to our communities. A week is nearly not enough to thank you for all the work you put in all year long throughout many, many years. The impact that you have is immeasurable. Thank you for all your contributions to making our community a better place.
Hi, my name is Mac, and I'm the Global Head of Mobility for Uber, based here in Toronto. This week at Uber, we are celebrating the second annual Nonprofit Appreciation Week in Ontario. This week is about recognizing those who work in charitable and nonprofit organizations across our province. These are dedicated and passionate individuals who are having a huge impact on our communities and our society. At Uber, we are grateful to partner with many nonprofits across the country to help us make change on our platform. In Ontario, we want to recognize the YWCA and Women Act. They are doing critical work to end sexual assault and domestic violence against women. By partnering with and learning from them, we're helping to stop incidents before they happen. We've also partnered with the Canadian Council for Aboriginal Business and the Canadian Black Chamber of Commerce. Thanks to their tireless work, we're supporting Indigenous and Black-owned businesses and entrepreneurs in the communities we serve. We also want to recognize MAD Canada, who we partner with to remind people to not drive impaired. No matter how you get around, Uber and MAD are supporters of all rides that get you there safely. And finally, we'd like to recognize Plug and Drive, who's focused on accelerating the adoption of electric vehicles. We've got an ambitious goal to make every vehicle on Uber an electric vehicle, and Plug and Drive is supporting drivers on Uber who make the switch from gas to electric. Thank you to everyone who's working in the not-for-profit sector for all you do to help make our communities in Ontario better for everyone.
My name is Shannon Spencer Brown. I started my career as a social worker at a nonprofit community organization in Toronto, and today I'm Executive Director of TELUS Friendly Future Foundation. I would like to thank and recognize everyone who works or volunteers for a nonprofit organization during the second annual Nonprofit Appreciation Week. In my role with TELUS Friendly Future Foundation, I have the privilege of helping to support the amazing work of charities that are dedicated to helping support youth reach their full potential. Every year, we connect youth to a world of opportunities by supporting more than 500 health and education programs offered by charities across Canada, including here in Ontario. The last few years have shown us just how critical the nonprofit sector is to the health and well-being of all of us. The services provided by nonprofit professionals include mental health support, programs for seniors, homeless shelters, crisis lines, support for newcomers, and a range of child and family support services. It's not always easy work, but it makes such a difference. That's why I would like to express my gratitude to all those who work or volunteer in the nonprofit sector on behalf of TELUS Friendly Future Foundation and our supporters. Thank you for what you're doing to make Ontario a better place to live and work, and congratulations on the second annual Nonprofit Appreciation Week.
Hello, my name is Margaret McCain. People working in our not-for-profit sector are Canada's unsung heroes. They bring the best of the human touch to caring and nurturing people at the place where the needs are greatest. With the whole of Canada, I say to you, thank you and God bless you for what you do.
Hello, my name is Philippe Savoy. I'm Vice President of Corporate Sales at Corpay Cross Border. The nonprofit sector plays a vital role in providing crucial services to the residents of Ontario. These organizations, operating without a profit motive, address social, cultural, environmental, and economic issues that are essential to the well-being of individuals and communities. They offer services such as education, healthcare, housing, and support the vulnerable population, and they often fill gaps in the provision of services left by the government and other sectors. Recognition of this sector is important because it highlights the contribution of these organizations to society and helps to secure funding and support for their continued operations. Furthermore, recognizing the nonprofit sector helps to raise awareness of the important issues that these organizations address and the impact they have on the community. By bringing attention to the sector, decision makers and general public can better understand the value of these organizations and the importance of supporting them. In conclusion, the nonprofit sector is an essential part of the fabric of Ontario, and recognition of its values is critical to its continued success. By raising awareness of the sector and its impact, we can ensure that these organizations have the resources and support they need to continue serving the communities of Ontario. On behalf of Corpay and my colleagues across Canada, I'm proud to recognize and support February 13th to February 19th as Non-for-Profit Appreciation Week. Thank you.
This Nonprofit Appreciation Week, I'm happy to show recognition and celebrate the critical role nonprofits play in creating individual, community, and overall population well-being. Caring and serving is hard work, and I'm grateful for the many passion-driven nonprofit partners who work tirelessly and creatively to deliver their services and collaborate with us to provide meaningful, life-transforming impact in our communities. A great example of collaboration in action is the Zurich Insurance Pathways Program, a partnership we launched with the United Way Greater Toronto that aims to provide underrepresented youth in our communities the opportunity to build their insurance knowledge through hands-on learning and a paid internship. Programs like this simply wouldn't be possible without the help and support of incredible nonprofits like the United Way and its network. So on behalf of the Zurich Canada team, I wanted to thank all our strong and resilient nonprofit partners who have provided much needed services throughout the pandemic and beyond, often to our most vulnerable community members. This is a week to celebrate their heart and compassion, their knowledge and expertise, and what they add to our community and economy. We encourage our network of brokers, business partners, and customers to take time this week to say thank you, learn more about local nonprofits, or consider making a donation to their essential work. The nonprofit sector plays a vital role in the human services landscape and must be supported. From all of us here at Zurich Canada, happy Nonprofit Appreciation Week.
It's Ontario's Nonprofit Appreciation Week, so I just wanted to give a big shout out to all those that work and volunteer in the nonprofit sector. The work you do for our communities is massively important, and it feels only right to be celebrating you this week. The nonprofit sector is something that is very near and dear to my heart. I sit on the board at Hopewell Children's Homes, and I am inspired every single day by the work that this charity is doing. But it's only made possible because of the dedicated workers and volunteers. This sector is instilling a lot of hope in the lives of Ontarians, which is really powerful. No matter if you're working on the front lines or in an administrative role, your contributions aren't going unnoticed. So on behalf of the entire team at BidMe, we'd like to extend a huge thank you. Let's keep up the hard work, but also make sure you find some time this week to celebrate your accomplishments. Cheers.